Welcome to the 81st installment of TellEmAlejandro, your number one place for sports, cars, video games, fitness. If you're a man, you're here. Mr. Alejandro, about to tell him.
What you about to tell him, Alejandro?
Veteran racer Tony Stewart ran over young up-and-coming Kevin Ward Jr. in a recent NASCAR race event, ending in fatality. Did Stewart do it intentionally, or did he really not see him? Was Ward justified in stepping onto the track? This tough topic in the Tell Him
Alejandro!
Well, folks, file this one in the when keeping it real goes wrong category. On Saturday, August 9th, 2014, Tony Stewart and Kevin Ward Jr. were competing in a NASCAR Sprint race in upstate New York. Both drivers were approaching a turn and Tony Stewart was on the inside of a left turn. He bumped Kevin Ward Jr. slightly and Kevin Ward Jr. ended up sliding into a wall and crashing. His passenger rear tire was flat and Kevin Ward Jr. was enraged. He ends up getting out of his car and stepping onto the racetrack mid-race. A bunch of cars pass Kevin Ward Jr. and do not hit Kevin Ward Jr. Kevin Ward Jr. finds Tony Stewart driving. He approaches Tony Stewart's car with his hand out as if he's trying to stop Tony Stewart. Tony Stewart runs Kevin Ward Jr. over and Kevin Ward Jr. passes away due to massive blunt trauma in the head. Now, a lot of people are saying, did Tony Stewart do this intentionally or not? A lot of people are also saying, is what Kevin Ward Jr. did justified? Mr. Alejandro's thoughts? First things first, I think Tony Stewart, no question, hit Kevin Ward Jr. intentionally. Why? Simple. First of all, Tony Stewart has a bad history. He is known to get in the face of drivers from time to time, quarrel with them, fight with them, throw helmets at them, and even from time to time, he gets out of his car and beefs with other racers. On top of the fact that he's a veteran, and this kid who passed away is 20 years old, and he probably feels like, who does this kid think he's messing with? I'm about to show him a little something. Tony Stewart probably just wanted to clip Kevin Ward Jr. just a little bit. I'm sure he wasn't intending to kill him, but no question, I think Tony Stewart definitely tried to hit Ward. No questions asked. If you look at the footage, you can see that the other drivers that passed by Kevin Ward Jr. passed by him with caution, clearly observed him, and slowed down. If you watch when Tony Stewart approached Kevin Ward Jr., you can hear his engine revving up, which means that he pressed the gas pedal. At no point do you hear brakes. You don't see no brake lights. None of that. You clearly saw Kevin Ward Jr. He sped up. He was trying to hit him. Another reason why I feel like Tony intentionally hit Kevin is because drivers are in communication with their crew throughout the race. They have microphones in their helmet. So with that being said, I'm sure Tony was alerted by his crew, yo, somebody is on the racetrack, specifically Kevin. Now, Tony Stewart is not the only person to blame for this scenario. Kevin Ward Jr. has no business stepping onto the racing track mid-race while there's a bunch of cars doing 80, 90, 100 plus miles per hour. It's unacceptable under any circumstances. Do I ever want someone running onto the racetrack? Why? Because he can't control his emotions? Because he's behaving immature and he's a hothead? That's foolish. He paid the ultimate price, unfortunately. Listen, NASCAR, if somebody runs onto the racetrack, I want the race to be stopped completely. I don't care what position anyone is in. We have action replay. Stop the race. Get a spotlight. Put it on that guy that's on the racetrack. Get him off the racetrack. That way, we know that he's safe. After that, I want him penalized. I want him suspended for a whole year. Teach him a lesson. Because under no circumstances should someone be stopping a race. But the priority is to rescue the life first. Rescue him, get him off the racetrack, then penalize him. A year suspension. If he steps onto the racetrack again, when he comes back from a suspension, ban him for life. NASCAR, we have to prevent this. We cannot allow racers to feel like they can get on the racetrack because they're upset and beef with another racer mid-race. It's too dangerous. It's unacceptable. This is something that the racers need to handle after a race. And another thing, NASCAR, if we're going to be holding races at night, we need better lighting.
Turn on the lights.
I could barely see the racers in the video, so you can only imagine that these racers probably had a tough time seeing one another driving at high speeds at nighttime. I don't care that Kevin Ward was wearing black. He should still be completely visible. This is a professional racing arena. This is not a street race. NASCAR needs to do better to control the environment of their races. With that said, a life was still lost here. I feel bad for Kevin Ward Jr.'s family. They're going through a rough time right now, and I'm sure it's especially painful knowing this could have easily been avoided. There you have it, folks. Mr. Alejandro's tough topic in the TellEm Zone. Who do you think is at fault for this unfortunate incident? Do you think Tony Stewart intentionally ran over Kevin Ward Jr.? Tell him in the comments.
Tell him.
Tonight's Scottish plaid bow tie is brought to you by Ralph Lauren. Got me looking green, got me looking mean. Tune in for more sports, cars, video game, fitness, and all that. Follow at TellEmAlejandro to hear my immediate reaction to live sports events. Or, if you want to hear me cover a certain team or topic, tell them outro music. Yeah. NASCAR, please. Justice needs to be served. Do not give Tony Stewart a veteran pass. I feel like he intentionally hit Kevin Ward Jr. and I feel like Kevin Ward Jr.'s family is keeping a close eye to this. NASCAR, step up to the plate, make it happen. Penalize him, please. Let's get it. T-E-A, 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 woo! T-E-A, A, A, A. Do the right